all it takes is one video to blow up your business. One of our clients had a video blow up and was able to get an additional 2,000 subscribers. He was able to get his channel monetized, which now he's getting paid for leads, and he got over 1,300 email leads for his fitness business. Now, there's three things that he did, and I also should probably say that he got a little frustrated and wasn't really seeing a lot of results, and kind of was getting to the point where it's like, is this even worth it? So let's start here. Let's talk about, number one, his name is Gavin. Shout out to Gavin. He runs a fitness business. I believe it's in New Zealand. And he came to us, wanted us to help him get views, so that way there he can get more leads for his business. And we had to do a couple of tweaks here in the beginning. And I think a lot of people will benefit from this, this as far as like what to do in the very first thing. So what was step one? And anyone else listening, kind of use this as like a checklist or, you know, even a assessment of some kind. So what was the very first thing that we looked at in his business?
And the first thing, which goes for any business, is the niche validation, right? So number one, he's into fitness. He's talking about fitness. Okay? Fitness is very broad. Okay, very general. How many people out there right now are teaching fitness stuff? A lot. How do you stand out in a crowd that's so big when you don't have an audience yet, right? How do you figure that out? So that's what we kind of specialize in, is finding your angle into any sort of niche. So for him, majority of his clients were over 40.
Over 40.
So he decided, okay, I'm going to kind of pivot a little bit and talk all fitness, but targeted to people over 40. So it's going to be, I think his channel is Fit After 40. Something like that. So he's targeting everyone that's over 40. Now, that doesn't mean that this information that he's giving doesn't apply to anyone else that's under 40, but that's who he's specifically targeting to have an angle into the niche that's so big and so broad of fitness.
And a lot of times for any coaches out there, they think they have to go broad because they can help a lot of different people. I mean, take us, for example, right here, this podcast, this channel, we actually recently pivoted to where we're not just going out there and saying like, we're going to help people get views on YouTube. We're going to help people get subscribers on YouTube. Like, that's not what we're doing now. And the reason is because we are kind of taking our own advice here, where we don't want to compete with everyone, and we don't want to seem as though we can help everyone, although we can probably help a lot of people, but we also wanted to dial that in so that way there we're specifically zeroing in on someone that we know that we can help, and also it's easier to stand out. And I think that's a big one, is like, how do you stand out in a crowded market like fitness? So Gavin, now he's focusing all of his attention on people that are over 40. And the video, what we're going to actually talk about, the video that he created that blew up, I think it's over 240,000 now. And actually those numbers I gave earlier are probably low now, because that was when he had like 150,000. But the thing is he is focusing on people that are over 40, and that video was about, I think it was 25 exercises.
No, I think it was the only exercise you need to something, and it was the farmer's carry. That's what he was talking about.
To build muscle. Okay. So anyway, so that was his thing, right? So it's about, you're over 40 and you want to build muscle. Now, with that being said, can he help people that are over 40 build muscle? That's exactly what he wants. Does his facility that he runs brick and mortar right now help those people? He's got clients that come in. So now he's got these people that are requesting more information, which we're going to talk about, because that's the second thing. And it's funny because the thing that he has right now that's gotten him those leads, it wasn't actually, it wasn't done perfectly. And that's the other thing. We don't have to be perfect. But the one thing I will say before we move on to that is make sure that you are focusing on one problem that your audience has. What is our one thing that we're focusing on for these people right here? What's the one thing that we're going to help them with?
Get organic leads from YouTube. So generate organic leads from YouTube. And it doesn't mean, again, us saying that doesn't mean views. A lot of people put views to, oh, I'm going to have more success. Now, Gavin, yes, did he get a lot of views? Did he get a lot? Sure. But he was having other videos, and we have other clients too, or ourselves, that like, we'll get 500 views on a video, you still get 20 you know, leads from it, right? Where if you were doing paid ads, which is why we were against paid ads, you'd be spending whatever it is, $5 to $10 a lead.
Or in Gavin's, he told us $35 a Facebook lead.
That's insane.
He was paying, he probably still is because it's locally too,
yeah.
$35 per lead. So if you guys have ever spent money on advertising, which I'm probably sure that you have, it could be $5, it could be $10, it could be $35, depending on your market and your niche. But yeah, so
I want to mention one thing though. With Gavin and specifically, all right, and this is what we talk about, is just audience building and finding your right audience, right? That's one of our things. That's our core, is we want to build the right audience.
The core audience.
The core audience, there it is, that we can attract, right? And Gavin is a perfect example of doing that. He was getting only a couple hundred views on every video. Okay, he had, I think, 1 or 2 that hit over 1,000. Here's the thing, and this is a little advice for you guys. I want you to look at your own videos. We talk about taking swings, right? So Gavin showed up for months putting videos out.
He did.
This one finally took, and you just said it. He was like, I was a little defeated, blah, blah, blah. And then it took off and now blew up his business, right? One of the things is advice for everyone is I want you to study your videos, right? So like for him, for example, he did a lot of videos. So he can see what did good, what didn't do good.
Sure.
If you have a video, even if, let's say you're averaging 100, and you get one that gets 700, why did that get 700? Probably part of the audience that you targeted is where it went there. For us, we saw with him, the over 40 was doing good. So we kind of told him that. He started doing that, right? And then boom, now he has one that took off, right? So that's the other thing. But here's a side thing from that. Besides even just the demographic, it might be a certain thing in the niche that you're talking about. For him, it could be all things as dumbbell weights, or it could be all kettlebell weights. Like, if he notices one does better than the other, I would lean into that heavy. You're still going to attract everyone else because you're going to show everything else you offer. But if you start narrowing down on that, you know, number one, it's people are looking for that. People are interested in it. And then eventually you're going to start building that core up and getting some momentum going like he's doing right now.
Yeah. And I should probably throw it out there real quick. The thing that he's following is our 100K roadmap.
Yeah.
So it's basically like taking this whole concept that we're talking about, getting really, really laser focused on the niche, and then from there, getting the attention in the niche, and then monetizing it. You know, we're not there yet. I mean, he's got a product, but I'm just saying we haven't talked about it yet. So if you want a copy of that, guys, by the way, just put 100K in the comments. All right, 100K in the comments. It's an 18-page guide. It's a guide that we give to all of our clients, and I definitely think that it will help you get clarity on really who it is. Good book out there too. I'll give a little shout out to Donald Miller, Story Brand. If you have not read that book, I would recommend that. Like, I would recommend it to everybody that's in business, because it's going to dial in your message just like it did for us. And I think it's really, really important to not worry that you're not going to get everyone. It's okay as long as you're getting the right people. Okay. And so that's that part. Okay. So he's got that dialed in now, and my gosh, he's got some good momentum.
Great.
Right. So second thing is having a lead magnet. That lead magnet is extremely important, and people think that it's got to be this major thing. Well, we've got 2 lead magnets for this channel. Right now, we're going to have one more we're actually working on right now that I think is going to be really good for coaches and course creators. But we have one that is 1 page, maybe 2 pages, and it's our title hooks. All right. And that'll be in the description if you want to check that out. But that's just a very simple doc that basically says, hey, one of the things that, you know, coaches, course creators that are trying to get organic leads on YouTube, they struggle with titles. So we have a titles swipe file to help with that. So you see, it fixes that one problem. The other one, the 100K roadmap that we just talked about, that actually gives like the full overview, like the top 10,000 foot view, so you understand all of the pieces to it. But that's it. There's 2. So when we were working with him, and I forget, what did he have? Did he even have the lead magnet yet, or didn't even have one?
I think he was building it.
He might have been building it. But again, we're going to talk about like why, like, even his lead magnet, he kind of did it. He did the call to action.
Call to action was wrong. And the lead magnet, it's fine. It's fine. But it's not the best. But it just proves, like you said, it doesn't need to be perfect. As far as his delivery on the CTA wasn't the best. And then the lead magnet just being, I think it was just a Google Doc, right? Or
exactly right. It was. It was. I mean, his form was a Google Doc. It was manually doing it. So we're going to help him with all of that stuff. That'll be getting fixed. But so what we're saying here is like, okay, now that you know that the problem that you are going to solve. So what's the one problem in your business that you would say you help most of your clients with? That's the thing that you want to start talking about. And then from there, you want to create a lead magnet that is going to then get them to raise their hand, and it's going to also help them, and it's going to give them a result, a quick win.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, even if that win is like an aha, it's like, oh, now I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like this, even this video right here.
Yeah.
This is hopefully giving you the aha of like, oh, so I don't need to go after the entire niche.
Yep.
I can go after these sub niches.
Yep.
So lead magnet is extremely important. Again, that's in the 100K roadmap. And by the way, if you notice that 100K roadmap, but look at the shadow, Scotty. I don't like that. But that right there that we mentioned, the 100K roadmap, when we said put 100K, that's part of the strategy. That's the call to action. Okay, so we already did that. So we're actually doing exactly what we talk about. All right, so that's the lead magnet. Now, like you said, his wasn't perfect.
No,
but to me, it's like something is better than nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
You could always tweak it. And the one thing that he missed in this video, which I believe he's done it in some of his other videos, but he missed it in this one. And this one here was the one that really took off.
Yep.
It was he didn't mention the lead magnet in the video.
No.
So what he ended up doing was he ended up taking, putting the link
in a comment,
and pinned it. And then he also put it in the description. And that's how he's getting his leads.
Which is insane. If you think about that, he's probably over 2,000 now on emails, right? Yeah. So 2,000, think about that, 2,000 emails, okay, from a link that's in either the description or the pinned comment.
Yep.
Okay, so and he never said in the video, like, here, go check it out, right? So that's another thing. And then what the part we got to fix with him, we got to help him with, he's going to be manually having to send those out.
I know. So he didn't even have any email autoresponder or anything.
He honestly wasn't prepared for that. And that's what we're saying is, like, it could be at any time that a video can just take. And we're not even banking on a video taking, but we just want to be prepared for everything. Like, even if it's, again, only giving 20 out, but like, I want those 20 to be dialed in and ready to go, right? So it's like, that's why in the 100K roadmap, we're going to see that. Or actually take that back. In the new thing we're coming up with, the new little playbook we're going to give out, you guys are going to kind of see how to go through that.
Yeah, I mean, the 100K roadmap right now does give like how we're capturing emails, but it's going to be done in a little bit of a different order, because the one thing that we realized that some people are doing is they're pushing off the lead magnet, and they're like, I'll do that when I start to get some traffic. And you don't want to do that.
No.
You want to get this thing built, right? And I look at this like a machine and kind of like a flywheel that once you get this thing going, but you need the lead magnet. But first off, you need the niche dialed in. Secondly, you need to know what problem you're going to help solve. You're going to then figure out all of the obstacles of why they can't solve that problem. You're going to help them with that. And then you're going to have a lead magnet that helps them with like one of those things to make it easier for them, or it's going to give them a quick win. And then that becomes your lead magnet. And then you obviously create a landing page. That also, there's a lot to do with that. That makes it convert higher. So when 100 people come there, if you can convert at 50%, 50 of those people actually get on your email list. So that's that. Okay. And that is in the 100K roadmap. So once again, 100K, put that in the comments and we'll send that to you. Also, we'll send you the playbook once we have that ready for the coaches thing that we're talking about. Okay. The last thing is the money piece. Okay. And that's where, again, people, they want to do that quicker. And so here's what we always say is like, the money will come. The audience needs to be built first. And I know right now with Gavin, he's got all of these leads. All he's got to do now is basically get people to raise their hand that are on the list that want to work with him.
That's it.
Or maybe he's going to roll out a weekend, muscle building workshop. And then he can do that. And there's a lot of different things you can do once you have the audience. So the money piece isn't really the hard part. It's the audience attraction piece. And then from there, getting people on an email list, so then we can engage with them and we can start to get them to, we call it the KLT effect, the know, like, and trust. And that's what we're trying to do. So hopefully this helped you guys. Hopefully this gave you guys some clarity. But that would be my checklist for you guys that are watching. Number one, figure out, okay, right now, do you have a clear message of who you help?
Dial the niche down.
Dial that in.
And I think on top of that too is, what is the problem you're going to help? I think a lot of people pick like 5 problems. I can fix all these.
Yeah, I can help
all these people do. So that's great. Okay, let's start with one, double down on one, the one that people are most, you know, into or looking into or whatever that they're having the most trouble with. We want to find that first. We want to nail that down. Once we nail that down, now we can venture out if we need to. But I want to dial that in first. I think that goes with the niche validation.
Yeah. So that's number one. Number two is then come up with something that you know your audience is going to be able to benefit from. Also, something that you can consistently bring up.
Yes.
So for us, the 100K roadmap, there's parts to that.
Yep.
So if we're talking about the relationship building piece, well, that's in there.
Yep.
If we're talking about the niche validation piece, that's in there. If we're talking about the money piece, that's in there.
Yep.
So you want something also that you can give out as a resource that also goes well with the thing that you're talking about.
The content that you're
giving. The content that you're giving. And then then the last piece is like, yes, you want to get money, but how do you do that? And to me, it's building the relationship and then sending out those emails and getting people to literally message you back. And I'll give you guys one little tip. All right, this is what we do. So if you signed up for our 100K or even our hooks swipe file, you'll get an email from us that delivers it. And then you're also going to get one that says, hey, thanks so much for downloading it. Do me a favor, reply back. Let me know, was this helpful? And let me know if you have any other questions. And that's literally an open-ended type thing. And I'll tell you what, I get messages every single day. And then I get to reply back to those. So you kind of start that conversation. That leads to a sale, that leads to a client, or it just builds the relationship. So that's what I would say there. So that's what we got for you guys today. And we are excited because we've got a lot of cool things planned. We're actually going to be working with a private group. And it's coming up. And we're going to be taking up to, I think, 10 people. And we're going to be helping them install this machine, this flywheel. And we can't wait to have more success stories in the future. If you're on our email list, you'll hear about it. But in the meantime, just take this video, maybe watch it back again and figure out what is that point that you have to kind of dial in. Because I think it's super useful. All right. So guys, as always, remember, we're here for you.
We believe in you.
We're rooting for you.
But you have to.
You must
say it with me. Say it loud. Say it proud.
Take action.